Good morning, everyone. My name is Rajesh from Narayana Educational Institutions. So today I am going to discuss January 22nd January shift 2. Let us get into the first question. Given that A bar and B bar are two unit vectors such that the angle between them is pi by 3. So from that we can say A bar dot B bar is equal to mod A mod B cos theta. So since mod A is 1, mod B is 1 and theta is pi by 3, we will get A bar dot B bar equal to 1 by 2. And after that he has given lambda A bar plus 2B bar and 3A bar minus lambda B bar are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So which means the dot product between them must be 0. 3A bar minus lambda B bar is equal to 0. Now if we simplify this thing, we will get 3 lambda A bar dot A bar, which is mod A square, which is 1, and lambda A bar dot lambda B bar, which will be minus lambda square by 2, because A bar dot B bar is equal to 1 by 2. Next 2B bar dot 3A bar, which will be 6 times of A bar dot B bar and minus 2 lambda into mod B square. This must be equal to 0. So from here what we are getting is 6 lambda minus lambda square plus this A bar dot B bar is 1 by 2. So 3, this will become 6 minus 4 lambda is equal to 0. So from here we are getting lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 6 is equal to 0. So from here lambda is equal to 2 plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So lambda is equal to 1 plus or minus root 7. Root 28 we can write as 2 root 7. 2 get cancelled. So 1 plus or minus root 7. And he has asked us to find values of lambda in the interval, in the closed interval minus 1 to 3. So 1 plus root 7 is greater than 3 and 1 minus root 7 is less than minus 1. So both the values will not satisfy. So number of values of lambda in the interval minus 1 to 3 will be 0. So let's go to the next question. So the system of linear equations x plus y plus 2z equal to 6 and two more equations where a comma b belongs to R has infinitely many solutions, then 7a plus 3b is equal to is asking. So we know that for infinitely many solutions delta must be equal to 0, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 must be equal to 0. So in this case we will have infinite solutions except when they are parallel. So anyway we can see that after getting the values of a and b we can say that they are not parallel. So let us calculate delta first. So if you take delta is equal to 1 1 2 2 3 a minus 1 minus 3 b is equal to 0. So if I simplify this, we are getting 3b plus 3a minus a minus 2b plus 2 times of minus 6 plus 3 equal to 0. So if you simplify this, you are getting 2a plus b, 2 into minus 3 minus 6, which is equal to 6. So this is one equation in terms of a and b. So one more equation, for suppose if I want to calculate delta 3. Delta 3 is equal to, what you will get, 1 1 6 2 3 a plus 1. We will replace the third column with the constant column, minus 1 minus 3 2b. This is equal to 0. Now if I simplify this, I am getting this as 6b plus 3a plus 3 minus a minus 1 minus 4b plus 6 times of minus 6 plus 3 is equal to 0. Now if I simplify this, I am getting this as 2a plus 2b is equal to 16. I'll get a plus b equal to 8. So from these two things, I'll get the values of a and b as a is equal to -2 and b is equal to 10. Now he is asking us to find the value of 7a plus 3b. So which will be -14 plus 30, which will be 16. So 16 is the answer. So when I am writing delta 3, I will replace the third column with the constant column. Then if I simplify, I am getting this. Let us go to the next problem. So given if limit extends to infinity, e by 1 minus e into 1 by e minus x by 1 plus x whole power x is equal to alpha. So before we simplify this limit, we need to observe this limit is tending to which form, whether 1 power infinity form or 0 power 0 form. So which indeterminate form it is assuming. So if I substitute in, like if I take the limit extending to infinity, this x by x plus 1 is tending to 1. So these two things will cancel. It will be 1 power infinity form. So it is assuming 1 power infinity form. So for a 1 power infinity form, we will take e power limit extending to infinity. So if f of x power g of x is assuming 1 power infinity form, we will simplify this as limit extending to a. Then we will simplify this as e power limit extending to a f of x minus 1 into g of x. The same thing if I do here, e power limit extends to infinity, e by 1 minus e by 1 minus e into 1 by e minus x by 1 plus x minus 1 into x. Now this will be equal to e power limit extending to infinity. If I am taking e power 1 minus e common, I will get 1 by e minus x by x plus 1. Here 1 is there, so it will become minus 1 minus e by e into x. So if I simplify it further, e power limit extending to infinity, e by 1 minus e into x is there. So here if you observe 1 by e minus 1 minus e, if I take LCM, 1 will it cancel, e will it cancel, getting 1 minus x by x plus 1 into x. So further it will be simplified to limit extending to infinity, x plus 1 minus x will it cancel, it will be e by 1 minus e into x by x plus 1 including this. So if I take extending to infinity for this expression, it will be 1. So finally we are writing it as e by 1 minus e. Now he is asking the value of ln alpha by 1 plus ln alpha. So ln alpha by 1 plus ln alpha. So ln alpha will be e by 1 minus e. So 1 plus e by 1 minus e. So what we are getting it as e. So the answer will be e. This is 1 power infinity form. So next question. So question based on differential equation, 1 plus y square plus x minus 2e inverse 2e times of tan inverse y into dy by dx equal to 0. Y belongs to minus pi by 2 pi by 2, f of 0 equal to 1 he is given. He is asking us to find f of 1 by root 3. So this is a linear differential equation in terms of dx by dy. If I divide with dx by dy, this can be rewritten as dx by dy plus x by 1 plus y square is equal to 2 e power tan inverse y divided by 1 plus y square. Now if you see, it is a linear differential equation. So first we have to find integration factor. Integration factor is equal to e power 1 by 1 plus y square, which will be e power tan inverse y. Now solution of this differential equation will be x into e power tan inverse y is equal to integral 2 times of e power tan inverse y whole square by 1 plus y square dy. So if I take e power tan inverse y is equal to t. Then we will get e power tan inverse y into 1 by 1 plus y square dy is equal to dt. Now this will be reduced to x into e power tan inverse y is equal to integral 2t dt. So from here I can write x into e power tan inverse y equal to t square plus some integration constant c, which means x into e power tan inverse y equal to e power tan inverse y whole square plus integration constant c. X is equal to e power tan inverse y plus c into e power tan inverse y. Now when y is equal to 0, given x is equal to 1, so this implies 1 is equal to 1 plus c implies c equal to 0. So finally we will get x is equal to e power tan inverse y as the function. Now he is asking f of 1 by root 3, which means x will become e power tan inverse 1 by root 3. X is equal to e power tan inverse 1 by root 3 is pi by 6, e power pi by 6, option 3. So we are getting it as option 3. Next question. So question from complex numbers. Let the curve z into 1 plus I plus z bar into 1 minus I is equal to 4. Divide the region mod of z minus 3 less than or equal to 1 into two parts of areas alpha and beta. Then he is asking mod of alpha minus beta. So let us take z is equal to x plus iy, a general complex number. Now if I substitute that in the given equation, the first equation, I will get x plus iy into 1 plus I plus x minus iy into 1 minus I equal to 4. Now if we compare the real parts and the imaginary parts, we will get real part if I am taking 2x minus 2y is equal to 4. If we take the real part from both the brackets and if I equal it to 4, I am getting x minus y equal to 2. So the first equation represents a straight line. Now if you see the second equation will represent a circular region, x minus 3 whole square. If you put z is equal to x plus iy here, you will get and you take modulus, you will get x minus 3 whole square plus y square less than or equal to 1. So one is a circular region, the other one is a straight line. So if you draw the diagram of the circle, center is at 3 comma 0. So this represents a circle 3 comma 0. So this end will be 2 comma 0 because the radius is 1. This end will be 4 comma 0. And our straight line is passing to 2 comma 0. So it will be a straight line like this. And this point is 3 comma 1. So this will be the smaller region and the other part will be the larger region. So if you want to find the smaller region, let us say alpha is a smaller region, alpha will be equal to, so this is a quarter circle, this circle area is a quarter circle, this region is a quarter circle. So from that if I remove this area of this triangle, I will get this smaller region. So alpha is equal to, the quarter circle area will be pi r square by 4, since the radius is 1, pi by 4, minus area of the triangle will be half into this base is 1, this height is also 1, half into 1 into 1. So alpha is pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. Now if you take beta, so total circle area means the smaller region, total circle area is pi r square, pi into 1 minus the smaller region is pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. So which is 3 pi by 4 plus 1 by 2. Now if you want mod of alpha minus beta, which will be pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 3 pi by 4 minus 1 by 2, which will be modulus minus pi by 2 minus 1 modulus, which will be pi by 2 plus 1. So option 4. So next question. In a group of 3 girls and 4 boys, there are 2 boys B1 and B2. The number of ways in which these girls and boys can stand in a queue such that all the girls stand together, all the boys stand together, but B1 and B2 are not adjacent to each other. So first we will take the total cases of girls together and boys together. So girls, how many girls are there? 3 girls are there and 4 boys are there. 3 girls and 4 boys. Let us take this as one group and this as second group. These all 3 girls, let us take it as one object, all 4 boys as one object. Now to arrange these two objects, 2 factorial into, now internal arrangement of girls will be 3 factorial and internal arrangement of boys will be 4 factorial. Now from this total ways, I will subtract the ways in which the boys B1 and B2 are together. We don't want boys B1 and B2 adjacent. So we'll take their adjacent, we'll subtract from these ways, then you will get the required number of ways in which B1 and B2 are not adjacent to each other. So now these girls, 3 girls will be one group, those boys B1 and B2 as one group, B3, B4, this entire thing as one group. First we'll arrange these two groups, that is 2 factorial. Now internal arrangement of girls will be 3 factorial. The only difference from the previous one will be internal arrangement of boys. Now when we are arranging boys internally, we will take this as one group and 2 and 3, 3 factorial into internal arrangement of these two boys will be 2 factorial. Now if you see, if I am taking 2 factorial into 3 factorial common, I am getting 4 factorial which is 24 minus 3 factorial 2 factorial common, 6 into 2 12. So this will be 2 into 6 into 12, 72 into 2 144. 144 is the answer. So let us go to the next question. The perpendicular distance of the line from the point P 2 comma minus 2 comma 1. Let us say this is the given line equation, which is x minus 1 by 2 is equal to y plus 2 by minus 1 is equal to z plus 3 by 2. So if I am taking a point P 2 comma minus 10 comma 1, from this point we want the perpendicular distance. So this distance we need. So let us assume this point with respect to this line. If I take this is equal to t, so the general point on this line will be 2t plus 1 comma minus t minus 2 comma 2t minus 3. So since we are is asking perpendicular distance, the dot product between these two things must be 0. Direction ratios of this line is 2 comma minus 1 comma 2. We can find, let us assume this foot of perpendicular is some n. So Pn direction ratios if I find, I will get it as 2t minus 1 minus t plus 8 2t minus 4. These are the direction ratios of the line Pn. So dot product between the line L, if I assume this line as L, so dot product between the direction ratios of L and Pn must be equal to 0 because they are perpendicular. So if I apply that, 2t minus 1 into 2 plus minus t plus 8 into minus 1 plus 2t minus 4 into 2. So if you simplify this, you are getting 4t minus 2 plus t minus 8 plus 4t minus 8 equal to 0. From here we are getting 9t is equal to 18, t is equal to 2. So once if you get the value of t, you will get this point. So this point will be equal to now 5 comma minus 4 comma 1. So you need to find the distance between 5 minus 4 1 and 2 minus 2 1. So which will be square root of required distance d is equal to square root of 5 minus 2 whole square 9 minus 4 minus of minus 10 6 square 36. So which will be root 45. So root 45 is nothing but 9 5. So 3 root 5. So option 3 is the answer. So next question. So f of x is equal to 0 to x square t square minus 8t plus 15 by e power t dt, x belongs to R. Then the number of local maximum and local minimum points of f respectively are. So to find local maximum and local minimum, we need to calculate f dash of x and we need to see the sign changes of f dash of x. So if I calculate f dash of x, it will be Leibniz theorem, everyone know the Leibniz theorem. So if I apply Leibniz theorem, it will be x power 4 minus 8x square plus 15 divided by e power x square into differentiation of x square, that is 2x. So f dash of x, if you see, if you factorize f dash of x, I'll get 2x into x square minus 5 into x square minus 3 divided by e power x square. So which will be equal to 2x into x minus root 5 into x plus root 5 x minus root 3 into x plus root 3 divided by e power x square. So if you draw the number line, if you uh, mark the points where f dash of x is becoming 0, when x equal to 0, when x equal to minus root 3, when x is equal to root 3, when x is equal to root 5, and when x is equal to minus root 5. So these are the values where f dash of x is becoming 0. So if you see the sign changes, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, because these are the wavy curve method. From wavy curve method we can see the sign changes of f dash of x. So if you are taking any local minima, if you observe the tangent slope at local minima, to the right side of local minima it is negative slope, and to the left side of local minima it is a positive slope. Whenever the sign of f dash of x is nothing but tangent slope. So if f dash of x sign is changing from positive to negative, sorry, negative to, this is negative slope, this is positive slope. So from negative to positive, then it will be local minimum. Here tangent slope is positive, here tangent slope is negative. So if it is changing from negative to positive, which means in between there will be a local minima. So if you observe at minus root 5, it is changing from negative to positive. So at minus root 5 we will have local minima, and at 0 we will have local minima, and at root 5 we will have local minima. So these are the points of local minima. Then if you take local maximum, the tangent slope is changing from positive to negative. So at minus root 3 we will have local maximum, and at root 3 we will have local maximum. So these are the points of local maximum. So local maximum points are 2 and local minimum points are 3. So 2 and 3 respectively. Next question. For a 3 by 3 matrix, let trace of M denote the sum of all the diagonal elements M. Let A be a 3 by 3 matrix such that det A equal to 1 by 2 and trace A equal to 3. If B is equal to adjoint of 2A, then the value of determinant of B plus trace of B. So this problem involves properties of adjoint. So if I am taking B is equal to adjoint of 2A. So generally the formula for adjoint of A is det A whole power n minus 2. If you are taking a general matrix A, adjoint of A is equal to det A whole power n minus 2 into A. Here n is 3. So this will become det A into A. Here in the place of A we have 2A. So this will become determinant of 2A into 2A. So B will become determinant of 2A means 2 cube, because 2 will come outside, it will become 2 cube, into determinant of A is 1 by 2 into 2A. So this is 8A. B is equal to 8A. Now he is asking det B. So det B means it will be equal to determinant of 8A, which is 8 cube into det A, 8 cube into 1 by 2, which will be this is 2 power 9 by 2, 2 power 8. 2 power 8 is 256. Now trace of B. Trace of B is nothing but trace of 8A, which will be 8 times of trace of A. Trace of A is 3, which is 24. Now det B plus trace of B is equal to 256 plus 24, which will be equal to 280. So option 4. So if you see the next problem, let A is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16. Then the number of many one functions f maps A to B such that 1 belongs to f of A is equal to. So first let us find the number of functions, total number of functions in which 1 is there in the range. So 1 belongs to f of A means 1 is there in the range. Let us say this is 1, 2, 3, 4 domain. This is codomain B, 1, 4, 9, 16. So in any function you take, 1 must be present in the range. So if you do not take that restriction, the total number of functions will be n of B whole power n of A, which is 4 power 4. From this, if I remove the functions in which 1 is not there, If 1 is not there in the range, then for every element in the domain we have only 3 elements to select. So that will become 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 3 power 4. This is total number of functions in which 1 is present in the range. Now from this, if I remove the number of 1 functions, then I will get many 1 functions. So number of 1 functions means it will be directly equal to 4 factorial, because n of a equal to n of b. Definitely 1 must be included. If you are not including 1, it will not become a 1 function. So 4 factorial. So if you simplify this, 4 power 4 is 256, 3 power 4 is 81, minus 24. So if you simplify, you are getting it as 151. The answer is 151. Next question. Let p 4 comma 4 root 3 be a point on the parabola y square equal to 4ax, and pq be focal chord of the parabola. If m and n are the foot of perpendiculars drawn from p and q respectively on the directrix of the parabola, then area of the quadrilateral pqmn is equal to. So if you draw the rough diagram of this thing, this is a standard parabola, y square equal to 4ax. To calculate the value of a, he has given a point on the parabola, that is 4 comma 4 root 3. If I substitute that, 4 root 3 whole square, which will be 48, is equal to 4 into a into what is the value of x? It is 4. So which means we are getting a is equal to 3. 48 by 16, a is equal to 3. Now he said PQ is a focal chord. Let us say this is P, this is Q, this is focus S. So if I take parameter at P as T, then parameter at Q will be minus 1 by T. The other end of focal chord will be minus 1 by T. If I take this parametric point AT square comma 2AT, which means 2AT must be equal to the y coordinate of point P, which is 4 root 3. 2 into 3 into T is equal to 4 root 3. So T is equal to 2 by root 3. So once we get T is equal to 2 by root 3, the other end, this will be minus 1 by, that is if I take this as T1, this as T2, T2 is equal to minus 1 by T1. So that will be equal to minus root 3 by 2. So point Q will be AT square, that is 3 into 3 by 4, 2AT, 2 into 3 into minus root 3 by 2. So this point Q is 9 by 4 comma minus 3 root 3, and point P is 4 comma 4 root 3. Now if this is the directrix, he said he is dropping perpendiculars from P and Q on the directrix. So this is M and this is N. He is asking us to find the area of quadrilateral PQMN. So this is a trapezium, these two are parallel sides, which means area of trapezium will be half h into a plus b, where h is distance between those parallel lines, half into. Now this point will be, directrix will be x equal to minus a. So minus 3 comma, this y coordinate is same, 4 root 3, and n will be minus 3 comma, this y coordinate is same, that is minus 3 root 3. So distance between these 2 points is 7 root 3. Now a plus b means it is nothing but Pm plus Qn. Now from definition of parabola, distance from this point to directrix M is equal to distance from the focus. So I can write Pm is equal to Ps. Similarly, distance Qn will be equal to Qs, that is Sq. So which means this is nothing but 7 root 3 by 2 into Ps plus Sq is nothing but Pq. So PQ is nothing but length of focal chord. So length of focal chord PQ is a times of t plus 1 by t whole square. A is 3, t is 2 by root 3, 1 by t means root 3 by 2 whole square. So 3 into this will be 3 plus 2 5, square will be 25 by 4 into 3, which is 25 by 4. So this is equal to 7 root 3 by 2 into 25 by 4. So if you simplify this, you are getting it as, sorry, this is 4 plus 3, 7. So 49 here. So this is 49 by 4. And here also this is 49 by 4. So 49 into 7 will be 343 root 3 by 8. This is the answer. So let's go to the next question. The sum of values of theta satisfying 2 sin square theta equal to cos 2 theta and 2 cos square theta equal to 3 sin theta. So if I am taking the first equation, 2 sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. 2 sin square theta equal to, I can write cos 2 theta as 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So from here we are getting 4 sin square theta equal to 1, which means sin theta equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. From the first equation we are getting sin theta equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. If you take the second equation, 2 cos square theta equal to 3 sin theta, I can write this cos square theta as 1 minus sin square theta equal to 3 sin theta. So this will be 2 sin square theta plus 3 sin theta minus 2 equal to 0. So if I factorize this thing, I will get 2 sin square theta plus 4 sin theta minus 3 sin theta minus 2 equal to 0. If I take 2 sin theta common, sin theta plus 2 minus sin theta plus 2 equal to 0, which means sin theta equal to minus 2 or sin theta equal to 1 by 2. This is anyway not possible because sin theta range is minus 1 to 1. So from these two things, the common value is sin theta equal to 1 by 2 is the common value. And he has given theta belongs to 0 to 2 pi. So in 0 to 2 pi we will have theta is equal to 5 pi by 6 and theta equal to 5 pi by 6. So sum of those values will be pi. So sum of the values satisfying that will be pi. Option 2. So let's go to the next problem. So integral e power x into x sin inverse x divided by square root of 1 minus x square plus sin inverse x by 1 minus x square whole power 3 by 2 plus x by 1 minus x square. So if you carefully observe this, if you take differentiation of x into sin inverse x by square root of 1 minus x square, differentiation if you take, you will get it as sin inverse x by, if you apply UV rule, you will get it as sin inverse x by 1 minus x square whole by 3 by 2 plus x by 1 minus x square, which means if I am taking this as f of x, the given problem is in the form of e power x into f of x plus f dash of x, which will be e power x into f of x plus c. So where f of x is sin inverse x by square root of 1 minus x square, x into sin inverse x by square root of 1 minus x square plus c. This will become g of x. But here there is an ambiguity. He did not mention anything about g of x, which means I can frame different functions for g of x. Like for suppose this plus c will be like this. I'll add plus 2 here, I'll subtract 2 here. This new c minus 2 will be a new integration constant c. So since he did not specify about exactly what is c, I can frame infinitely many functions for g of x. But from the given options, we have to go for the best answer. So we are directly taking whatever we got here as g of x, which means this is g of x. Now he is asking us to find g of 1 by 2, which will be e power 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Sin inverse 1 by 2 will be pi by 6 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4, which will be root 3 by 2. So this is root e by 3 into pi by 6, which is option 2. Let's go to the next question. If alpha theta and beta theta be distinct roots of the given quadratic, if m and m are the minimum and maximum values of alpha power 4, beta power 4, then 16 times of m plus m. So if I am taking this quadratic, 2x square plus cos theta into x minus 1 equal to 0, roots of this thing are alpha and beta, which are in terms of theta obviously. So if you want to find alpha power 4 plus beta power 4, I will write this as alpha square plus beta square whole square minus 2 times of alpha square beta square. Again this alpha square beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. So alpha plus beta from the given quadratic will be minus cos theta by 2. So if I square, I'll get it as cos square theta by 4. And alpha beta is minus 1 by 2. So this will become plus 1 whole square. And alpha beta is 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 4, which will become 1 by 2. So minimum value will be when cos theta is equal to 0, you will get minimum value. Then m is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2, which will be 1 by 2. Maximum value we will get when cos theta equal to 1, because when cos theta is maximum, cos square theta is maximum, you will get the maximum value of this expression. So m is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 whole square minus 1 by 2, which will be 25 by 16 minus 1 by 2. So if you add these two things, m plus m is equal to 25 by 16. So 16 times of m plus m is equal to 25. Let's go to the next question. So question based on probability. A and B are two events such that P of A intersection B equal to 0.1, P of A by B and P of B by A are the roots of the equation. So the given equation is 12x square minus 7x plus 1 equal to 0. So if you factorize this thing, you will get 4x minus 1 into 3x minus 1 equal to 0. The roots are x equal to 1 by 4 and x is equal to 1 by 3. So he said P of A by B and P of B by are the roots. You can take anything. P of A by B equal to 1 by 4 or P of A by B equal to 1 by 3. Whatever you take, the answer remains same. So if I am taking P of A by B equal to 1 by 3 and P of B by A equal to 1 by 4. P of A by B means P of A intersection B divided by P of B equal to 1 by 3. Now given P of A intersection B equal to 0.1. If I substitute, I am getting P of B equal to 0.3. So here this will be P of B intersection A divided by P of A is equal to 1 by 4. So if I substitute P of B intersection A, which is 0.1, I'll get P of A equal to 0.4. So from here I can calculate P of A union B also. P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. What is P of A? 0.4. P of B is 0.3. This is 0.1. So 0.6. Now he is asking us to find P of A complement union B complement divided by P of A complement intersection B complement. If I use De Morgan's law, P of A complement union B complement will be P of A intersection B whole complement by this will be P of A union B whole complement. 1 minus P of A union B divided by 1 minus P of A intersection B. So P of A union B is 0.6 divided by, sorry, this is A intersection B, no? So 1 minus P of A intersection B here, and this is A union B. So this will be 1 minus 0.1 and this is 1 minus 0.6. So 0.9 by 0.4, which is 9 by 4. Option 1. So let's go to the next question. So question based on ellipse and hyperbola. Ellipse equation is given, hyperbola equation is given, distance between their foci is also given. So if I am take ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. For this, distance between the foci will be 2ae, which is given as 2 root 3, which means ae equal to root 3 we got. Similarly, if I am taking the hyperbola, x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. So here let us take eccentricity as capital E. 2ae equal to 2 root 3. So ae equal to root 3. Now if I divide these two things, I am getting ae equal to ae, which means a by a is equal to e by e. E by e is given as 3 because small e by capital E is 1 by 3. So this will be 3. So a is equal to 3a. and he is also given a minus a equal to 2. So 3a minus a equal to 2, a equal to 1. If a is equal to 1, small a will be equal to 3. And from here we can find small e also. If a is equal to 3, e will be equal to 1 by root 3. And capital A equal to 1, capital A will be equal to root 3. From here we can find the values of b also, because e is equal to square root of 1 minus b square by a square. So from here we are getting b square is equal to a square minus a square e square. So a square is 9 minus a square e square is 3. So b square is equal to 6. Similarly, capital E is equal to square root of 1 plus b square by a square. So from here we will get b square is equal to a square e square minus a square. So a square e square is 3 minus 1, b square equal to 2. So length of lattice rectum L1 will be 2b square by a, and L2 will be L1 plus L2. Let us find separately. 2b square by a, which is 2 into 6 into a is 3, which will be 4. Length of the next hyperbola will be 2 capital B square by a, which will be 2 into b square is 2 by 1, 4. So L1 plus L2 is equal to 8. So sum of the lattice rectums will be 8. So if you go to the next question, let a line pass through two distinct points P and Q and be parallel to the vector 3i bar plus 2j bar plus 2k bar. The distance of the point Q from the point R is 5, and square of the distance, square of the area of triangle PQR. So if you find the equation of the line passing through P and parallel to vector, it will be x plus 2 by 3 equal to y plus 1 by 2 is equal to z minus 3 by 2. So if I take any general point on this line, it will be 3t minus 2, 2t minus 1, 2t plus 3. Let us assume this point as Q. We need to find the point Q. And he has given QR, distance from the point R is 5, which means distance, if I calculate 3t minus 3 whole square plus 2t minus 4 whole square plus 2t whole square is equal to 25. If I am simplifying this, I am getting 9t square plus 4t square plus 4t square, 17t square minus 18t minus 16t, here 9, 3 square 9 plus 16 equal to 25. This 25 and this 25 will get cancel, which means t equal to 0 or t is equal to 34 by 17, which is 2. So t, if you take t equal to 0, you will get again point P only, which we want a different point from P. So which means we have to take t is equal to 2, which means point Q will be 4 comma 3 comma 7. Now he is asking us to find area of triangle PQR. So for that we have points P minus 2 comma minus 1 comma 3 and Q 4 3 7 and R 1 3 3. So if I calculate PQ bar plus PR bar, because area of triangle will be half of mod of PQ bar plus PR bar. So PQ bar is 6 I bar plus 4 J bar plus 4 K bar cross PR bar will be 3 I bar plus 4 J bar plus 0 K bar. So if I take this value, this modulus, this will be determinant of I, J, K, 6, 4, 4, 3, 4, 0. So if you simplify this, you are getting it as, and half of you want, because area is half of, so half of this. So you are getting this as, if you simplify 8 I bar plus 6 J bar plus 6 K bar. So square root of, it is actually minus 8 A bar, because minus 16 by 2 minus 8, and will be for this 12 by 2 6, 24 minus 12 6. Okay, so modulus of this thing we need, so which will be square root of 64 plus 64, sorry, 36 plus 6 square 36, which is square root of 64 plus 100, 100 plus 36, 136. He's asking square of that. Square of that will be 136. Okay. So if you go to the next problem, the area enclosed by the curves y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 4 and y square equal to 16 minus 8x. So if I am taking the first parabola, y square is equal to x square minus 4x plus 4. Sorry, y is equal to. So this is y is equal to x minus 2 whole square. So x minus 2 whole square equal to y is one parabola, and the next parabola is y square equal to 16 minus 8x, which can be written as y square is equal to minus 8 into x minus 2. So if I just shift the parabolas to the origin, I can consider this as x square equal to y, because areas will not change. I can consider, I am shifting the origin to 2 comma 0, then this will be y square equal to minus 8x. So in general, if you are taking y square equal to 4ax parabola and x square equal to 4by parabola, area bounded between these two things will be 16ab by 3. So here the value of a is minus 2, and here the value of b is 1 by 4, because 4 into 1 by 4. So area will be 16 into 1 by 4 into minus 2 by 3 modulus. So which will be 8 by 3. Area bounded between two parabolas, y square equal to 4ax and x square equal to 4ay will be 16ab by 3, which you can derive by using integration. Two parabolas like this, you need to find this area, you need to find the point of intersection, and integral from this, let us say point of intersection is alpha, 0 to alpha, upper curve minus lower curve. If you do, you will get 16ab by 3, a standard result. Next question. Suppose that number of terms in an AP is 2k, k belongs to n. The sum of all odd terms of the AP is 40. The sum of all even terms is 55. And the last term of the AP exceeds the first term by 27, then k is equal to. So he has given 2k number of terms. For suppose if I am taking sum of odd terms, number of terms will be k, because total number of terms are 2k, half of the terms will be odd, half of the terms will be even. So k by 2 into the first term will be a, because the first term itself is the odd term, odd 2a plus number of terms are k, k minus 1 into common difference between the odd terms will be 2d. If I assume d as the common difference of that AP, then 2d will be the common difference between the odd terms. This is equal to 40. So from here I can write a is equal to 2 will get cancelled, this 2 and this 2 and these 2 get cancelled. A is equal to 40 by k minus k minus 1 into d we are getting. If I am getting sum of even terms, so here it will be k by 2, because number of terms are k. Here the first term will be a plus d, instead of a it will be a plus d, plus common difference will be same again, is equal to 55. So from here if I take this 2 get cancelled, this d and this d will also get cancelled. So I'll get 55 by k, a is equal to minus kd. So these two a values are equal. If I equate, what I am getting, 40 by k minus k minus 1 into d is equal to 55 by k minus kd. So kd minus kd will cancel. So I am getting 15 by k equal to d. And one more equation what he has given is a minus first term and last term. Last term will be a plus 2k minus 1 into d minus a is equal to 27. So from here we are getting d is equal to 27 by 2k minus 1, which means if I equate these d's here, I will get 15 by k is equal to 27 by 2k minus 1. So 30k minus 15 equal to 27k. which will be 3k equal to 15, k is equal to 5. So let's go to the next question. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta be the coefficients of x power 7, x power 5, x cube and x respectively in the expansion. So if you see, all the even powers will get added, odd powers will be eliminated. Odd powers of this x cube minus 1 square root will be eliminated. So if I am taking this x plus square root of x cube minus 1 whole power 5 plus x minus square root of x cube minus 1 whole power 5 where x is greater than 1. So this will become 2 times of 5c naught into x power 5. That 5c1 term will be getting cancelled from both the expressions. The next term will be 5c2 into x cube minus 1 because this whole square will be there. The next term will be 5c4 into x cube minus 1 whole square. Now if you simplify this and if you just take whatever coefficients he is asking, if you see coefficient of x power 7 we are reading here. First let us simplify this. This is x power 5 plus 10 times of x power 6 minus 10x cube plus 5x power 7 minus 10x power 4 plus 5x. So if I just concentrate on the coefficient of x power 7, that is alpha, that is 10, beta coefficient of x power 5 is 2, gamma coefficient of x cube minus 20 and delta coefficient of x which is 10. So which means the given equation alpha u plus beta v equal to 18 will become 10u plus 2v equal to 18 and gamma u, that is minus 20u plus v, delta v means 10v equal to 20. So if you solve these two things, you will get u is equal to 1 and v is equal to 4. It is satisfying. So he is asking u plus v equal to 5. So let's go to the next question. Y equal to f of x be the solution of the differential equation dy by dx plus xy by square root of x square minus 1 is equal to x power 6 plus 4x by square root of 1 minus x square, where x is lying between minus 1 and 1. So this is a linear differential equation. First you need to find the integration factor. Integral x by x square minus 1. So I can write this as e power 1 by 2 into integral d of x square minus 1 by x square minus 1. This will become e power 1 by 2 into ln x square minus 1. Anyway x is lying between minus 1 to no need to put modulus. So integration factor will be square root of x square minus 1. So if you see the solution, you will get y into square root of this is x is x square minus 1 means I have to take this as 1 minus x square minus of, because x is lying between minus 1 to 1. So this is minus and this will be 1 minus x square and this will be 1 minus x square because it has to satisfy the domain condition. So y into 1 minus x square will get, then this is equal to integral x power 6 plus 4x divided by square root of 1 minus x square into square root of 1 minus x square. So which will become y into square root of 1 minus x square equal to integral x power 6 plus 4x. So this is y is equal to, I will get it as integration of x power 6 as x power 7 plus 4x will be 2x square divided by square root of 1 minus x square. He is asking 6 times of integration of this thing. So plus c will be there actually, but that plus c will become 0 because f of 0 is 0. Here you actually write it as x power 7 by 7 plus 2x square plus c equal to 0 since f of 0 equal to 0. Now integral 6 times of minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 f of x dx, 6 times of minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 x power 7 by 7 plus 2x square by square root of 1 minus x square. This odd term will be getting cancelled by using King's rule. So this will become 24 times of integral 0 to 1 by 2 if I apply King's rule, then x square divided by square root of 1 minus x square dx. Because this minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 is there, since it is an odd function, it will become 0. Since it is an even function, I can write it as 2 times of 0 to 1 by 2. So now if you put x is equal to cos theta, this will be simplified to 24 times of 0 to pi by 6 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 d theta. So from here, if you integrate and if I substitute the values, 24 into this will become theta. 24 means if I cancel that 2, I'll get 12 here. So that will be 12 into theta minus sine 2 theta by 2 from 0 to pi by 6. So if you are simplifying, if you substitute pi by 6, you are getting 12 times of pi by 6 minus root 3 by 2 by 2 root 3 by 4. 0 if you substitute, it will be 0. So finally the answer will be, if I multiply with 12, 2 pi minus 3 root 3. So he is asking alpha square, 3 root 3 whole square, which will be 27. So 27 is the answer. Okay. So we will go for the next problem. That is based on binomial coefficients. Given problem is sigma r equal to 1 to 30 r square into 30 cr whole square by 30 cr minus 1. Now let us simplify this thing. Sigma r equal to 1 to 30 r square into, I'll write this as 30 cr by 30 cr minus 1 into 30 cr. So if you see this 30 cr by 30 cr minus 1 is nothing but 30 factorial by r factorial into 30 minus r factorial into divided by 30 factorial by 31 minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial. This will cancel. This will be 31 minus r by r. If you cancel this thing, this r factorial, r minus 1 factorial will cancel r times, and this will cancel 31 minus r times. So sigma r equal to 1 to 30 r square into, so this will be 31 minus r by r. I can write this as 30 factorial by 30 minus r factorial into r factorial. Now I can cancel one r with this and the other r here, r minus 1 factorial. So this will become sigma r equal to 1 to 30. I'll write this 30 factorial as 30 into 29 factorial. So that this will become 31 minus r into 29 factorial by r minus 1 factorial into 30 minus r factorial. So that this will become 29 c r minus 1. So I'll write this as 30 into sigma r equal to 1 to 30. This 31 minus r I'll write it as 30 minus r plus 1 into 29 cr. If I separate this thing, 30 into sigma r equal to 1 to 30, 30 minus r into 29 cr plus 30 into sigma r equal to 1 to 30, 29 cr, 29 cr minus 1. Now this will become 30 into, I'll write this as sigma r equal to 2 to 30, this 30 minus r into, this will be 29 by r minus 1 into 28 cr minus 2 plus 30 into, this will become 2 power 29, because we can write NCR as n by r into n minus 1 cr minus 1. So this 30 minus r will get cancel here and here. 29 by 30 minus r I can write, this is not 29 cr minus 1, this is 29 c 30 minus r, 29 c 30 minus r. So this is also 29 C 30 minus R, 29 C 30 minus R. So this will be 29 by 30 minus R. These two things will cancel. So that will be 30 into 29 into sigma R equal to 30, 28 CRT will be 2 power 28, and this is 30 into 2 power 29. So I'll get 30 into 2 power 28 if I take common, 29 into 2, 29 plus 2 I'll get. Okay. So finally we are getting it as 31 into 30 into 2 power 28. This can be written as 15 into 31 into 2 power 29. So 15 into 31. So which will be 465. 465 is the answer. Let the distance between two parallel lines be 5 units and a point P lie between the lines at a unit distance from one of them. An equilateral triangle PQR is formed such that Q lies on one of the parallel lines while R lies on the other, then QR square is equal to. So if I am taking two parallel lines like this, there is a point here lies between, this is 1 unit and this is 4 because total distance is 5. Now if I frame a equilateral triangle like this, something like this, PQR, let us take area of length of the equilateral triangle as A. Now if I take this angle, this will be 60, this will be 60, this will be 60. If I take this angle as theta, this will be 90 minus theta. Since the total angle is 180, 150 minus theta, this will be 30 plus theta. So in this triangle, if you take, if I am taking sin theta will be 1 by A, which means A is equal to cosecant theta. In the same triangle, if I find the value of A, it will be, if I am taking this cos of 90 minus theta is equal to 1 by A. So A is equal to cosecant theta, yes, we already wrote it. Now if I am taking with respect to this triangle, if I am taking, that is cos 30 plus theta. Cos 30 plus theta will be 4 by A, which means A is equal to 4 secant 30 plus theta. So if I equate these things, what I will get, root this cos 30 plus theta can be written as root 3 by 2 into cos theta and minus 1 by 2 into sin theta, that is equal to 4 by A. 4 by A means 1 by A is sin theta. So 4 sin theta. From here I can write 1 by A equal to sin theta. So this 4 by A will become 4 sin theta. Now if I simplifying this here, I am getting this thing. So from here what I will get, root 3 cos theta minus sin theta equal to 8 sin theta. So root 3 cos theta is equal to 9 sin theta, which means tan theta is equal to 1 by 3 root 3. Once if you get tan theta equal to 1 by 3 root 3, you can find cosecant theta. Cosecant theta will be, if I am taking this will be 3 root 3, 1. So this will be root 28. So cosecant theta is root 28. So and A is equal to cosecant theta. Is asking A square. A square will be cosecant square theta, which will be root 28 whole square 28. So the answer will be 28. So let's go for the next problem. He said A equal to set of 1, 2, 3, the number of relations A containing 1, 2 and 2, 3 which are reflexive but not transitive. Okay. So if I am taking, we have already 1, 2 and 2, 3. If I satisfy the condition of reflexive, we need 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. Now if you want to satisfy the condition of transitive, 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there, which means 1, 3 must be there. That is enough to make it transitive because 1, 1 is there, 1, 2, 1, 2 will be there, 2, 2, 2, 3. So transitive condition is satisfied. Now out of those 9 elements, what are the left out elements? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is there, 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 is left out and then 2 3 is there, 3 1 is left out, and then 3 2 is left out. So from these elements we have to choose to make functions which are reflexive but not transitive. For suppose if I am taking 3 1, if I am including 3 1, then 1 comma 2, to make it transitive I need to add, see 3 comma 1 is there, 1 comma 2 is there, which means I need to add 3 comma 2 also. If I am adding 3 comma 2, 3 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 2 is there, 3 comma 2 is there. Now it is becoming symmetric also, because 1 comma 2 is there. Since 2 comma 3 is there, 3 comma 1 is there, I need to add 2 comma 1 also, which means when I am adding 3 comma 1, I am forced to add these two elements also to make it transitive. In that case it is becoming symmetric, which means I cannot add 3 comma 1. Now this is eliminated. Now we have 2 comma 1 and 3 comma 2. So in first relation, along with these 6 things, I will include 2 comma 1, or I will not include 2 comma 1, which means I am taking 3 comma 2. When I am taking 3 comma 2, it is not becoming symmetric, it is transitive, it is reflexive. This is one function. In second function I will not include 3 comma 2, I will include 2 comma 1. Then also it is becoming reflexive, transitive, and it is not symmetric, because 2 comma 3 is there, 3 comma 2 is not there. In this case 2 comma 1 is not there. In this case 3 comma 2 is not there, which is not making it a symmetric. It is only reflexive and transitive. This is second function. In the third case I will not include both 2 comma 1 and 3 comma 2. Then this will be the relation. So this is symmetric, this is reflexive and transitive. So there are three functions which are reflexive, transitive but not symmetric. In first case we are not including 2 comma 1 because it should not be symmetric. Because 2 comma 1 is not there, it is not symmetric, but it is satisfying the conditions of reflexive and transitive. In second case we are not including 3 comma 2, which is satisfying the conditions of reflexive, transitive but not symmetric. And in third case we are removing both the things, then it is satisfying the conditions reflexive, transitive but not symmetric. So 25th question, A 6 comma 8, B 10 cos alpha comma minus 10 sin alpha, C minus 10 sin alpha comma 10 cos alpha be the vertices of a triangle. If L A comma 9, G H comma K be its orthocenter and centroid respectively, then he is asking us to find some value. So first, if you observe that all the points are at same distance from origin, because 6 square plus 8 square is 100, and similarly that 10 cos square alpha plus 100 cos square alpha plus 100 sin square alpha is 100. Similarly vertex C also. So from this we understood that origin is the circumcenter. So if you see, if I am taking circumcenter origin and the centroid as H comma K and orthocenter as A comma 9. So centroid divides circumcenter and orthocenter ratio 1:2. So from here I can say A plus 0 by 3 is equal to H. So this implies A is equal to 3H. Similarly, I can say 9 plus, this is A comma 9. 9 plus 0 by 3 is equal to K. This implies K is equal to 3. So from here we can say centroid, we can equate centroid H comma K, vertex, centroid vertex x coordinate H is equal to 6 plus 10 cos alpha minus 10 sin alpha by 3, and from here I can say 10 times of cos alpha minus sin alpha equal to 3H minus 6. Similarly, K is equal to, we can write it as 8 plus 10 cos alpha minus 10 sin alpha by 3 equal to K. So this implies from here we will get 10 cos alpha minus sin alpha is equal to 3K minus 8, which is equal to, if I substitute K equal to 3, 1. So we got 10 cos alpha minus sin alpha equal to 1. If I substitute this here, we are getting 3h minus 6 equal to 1, h is equal to 7 by 3. And if I square this thing, I am getting 100 times of 1 minus sine 2 alpha equal to 1. So sine 2 alpha equal to 99 by 100. So we got the value of h, we got the value of k, and a is equal to 3h, which means this is equal to 7. So a is equal to 7, h is equal to 7 by 3, and k is equal to this thing. So it's asking 5a minus 3h. So if I substitute a equal to 3h, it is 15h minus 3h, 12h plus 6k plus 100 sine 2 alpha. So 12h is 7 into 4, 28. 6k is 18 plus 100 sine 2 alpha is 100 into 99 by 100. So this is equal to 145. So the given question answer is 145. So with this we have completed all 25 questions. Thank you everyone.